Hey, thanks for watching and tuning into 168. We're so grateful that you are on this journey with us, and we would love to engage more with you. So feel free to comment below or make a comment on Twitter. We want to have these texts and these videos be interactive, and so thanks for watching along, and here's what Courtney has to say this week.
Over the past few years, I have been on a personal journey of self-discovery. I've been taking more steps to get to know myself, why I do the things I do, my motivations for certain behaviors. And there's been a tool that's been very helpful to me in that process. It's called the Enneagram. And I don't want to get into too many details about what the Enneagram is. There are a lot of good books on it, and we can reference them in the comments below. But the Enneagram is a personality typing system, and it has ancient roots. And as I decided to kind of immerse myself in this world of self-discovery, there was one thing that became really clear about my personality type, and it was something that I had always known, but didn't always have words to describe. And that is that I am hypercritical of myself, of the things around me, and of other people. And this is something that was really painful to me when I first realized it. But it also has helped me immensely in my personal relationships, in my relationship with myself, and ultimately in my relationship with Jesus. As someone who is hypercritical, I really struggle with the idea of grace. I believe that I have to earn love of God, earn love from the people around me, and I have to work really hard to be able to love myself. So when I read a passage like the one we're going to look at today from Mark chapter 12, when a scribe approaches Jesus and asks what the most important laws are. And Jesus responds that we are to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. I've always heard that passage as something that I need to do more of, something I need to try harder to be able to do. I never really thought too much about the last words, to love your neighbor as yourself, because I have a hard time loving myself. And I had heard growing up, people would say different things like, it's really hard to love other people until you can learn to love yourself. And I don't really buy that, and I don't really want to talk about that today. But I want to talk about the idea that the way we love ourselves tends to become the way that we love the people around us. For me, as someone who is very critical, I notice that when I am more critical of myself, when I get down on myself about the little things, I am more likely to pick out the little things that other people do. I'm more likely to look at others with the same lens that I look at myself. And this makes it really hard to extend grace and to love the people around me. So when I read this passage, I'm not as concerned about what I can do to actively love the people around me as I am about how am I viewing myself? Because how I view myself really impacts the way I view the world around me and the people around me. So maybe this week you're on a journey to love God and to love the people around you. You want to seriously follow the call of Jesus, but it might be difficult to get started. And so what I want to challenge you to do this week is to think about the ways that you view yourself. Do you love yourself? How do you treat yourself? How do you talk to yourself? Because more often than not, the way we talk to ourselves becomes the way we talk to others. The way that we think about ourselves can become the way we think about others. And conversely, if you find yourself having a really easy time loving the people around you, but you struggle to love yourself, maybe take this process in reverse. How do you talk to the people around you? Are you encouraging, uplifting, and kind? Do you give grace to people around you? If that's how you treat those who are close to you, maybe this is a week where you can attempt to treat yourself the same way. May we all do what we can to love our neighbors and to love ourselves. And in doing so, may we all love God more deeply. Have a great week.